football, basketball season has kicked off for both the men and the women. But first, we're joined tonight by the Rome County High School golf team. Head coach Mike Neal and assistant Landon Harden and some of the guys here. Coach, thanks for coming on tonight.
Thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
Coach, it was a great year. Probably an understatement for your golf team. You were state runner-up in your division. Had a lot of big victories. Talk about some of that for us.
Well, we started out the year. I knew that Alcoa was the team to beat. You know, I've been around coaching golf for a long time. I've been out of it for 10 years until this year. And we played Alcoa the first match, and we beat them pretty good. Beat them by pretty good. So after the match, I talked to the kids, and I told them, I said, I feel like we're a state championship team, not a state champion yet. So we worked on that, and you know, kids worked hard. They did everything I asked. Couldn't ask for a better group. And they finished the best they could finish. I'm gonna say that.
Coach, a lot of people may not know how, you practice football, you practice baseball, you go over different plays, you go over double plays, you go over your offense, defense. What is a practice like for those that aren't familiar with just with following golf that well? What are some of the things the guys work on throughout the year?
Well, I don't know what everybody else does, but I change it up every day. You know, we might go out and play 9 holes from the back tees. We might go up to 100 yards and play 9 holes from 100 yards in. We might just chip and putt. I just change it up every day, and the kids just they got better every day as the year went on.
And you've got a lot of support you all get from your home course. That's Lakeside Golf Course. I know the people out there are great. They keep the course in good shape. They're big backers of your team.
Oh yeah, I couldn't ask for a better group to be around. For the kids to be around. We were at the state championship. And on the last day, we were orange, and there was more orange there than anything else. I mean, they come out and support us, and you couldn't ask for a better group. Lakeside's in great shape, best shape it's been in a long time. If you get a chance, go out and play it. I mean, you'll enjoy it.
And you and Landon are pretty good yourselves, aren't you? I know you won't say that, but I know y'all are.
I can't beat none of those kids over there. They can all beat me. I don't know about Landon.
Just depend on the weather.
Yep, just depending on the weather, I guess.
But again, a runner-up finish. You've finished second by how many strokes? That was a big margin you all came in second by, correct?
I think it's like 28 to 30 shots. Like I said, Wednesday there was no drama. We were so far out of first, but so far ahead of third that we just went out and played. Went out and I told the seniors the night before to enjoy the last walk. Enjoy the day.
And now in golf, it's not like in football there's 6 divisions. What are the divisions like? I think y'all are in the small division.
We're in the small division. It's a single and double A combined. And then there's private, has big and small, and then there's the large division. So we're actually combined with single A, double A. So they call us small, but I'd say we got more teams in it than triple A does.
Good deal. Well, we're joined by some of your players tonight. If you want to, let's introduce our players here. Guys, just go down, give us your name, what year you are, and just talk about the season and some of the great memories you had.
I'm Colbi Johnson. I'm a sophomore. My best round of the year was 1 under at Emory Golf Course. I just had a great time with all these guys behind me. Just had a good time this year.
Jesse Griffey, and I'm a senior. I had 1 round where I shot 9 over the first 9, but I ended up coming back and I shot 1 under the second round, so it was actually really fun.
I'm Dawson Lane. I'm a senior. Had a lot of fun this year getting to play. Shot my first even par round in a match. Got to do it with Jesse over here during the same round, so that was a lot of fun.
My name is Blake Woody, and I'm a freshman. My most memorable round was 2 under at Dead Horse, where we beat Rockwood. And we went on to regional.
My name is Ben Mullis. I'm a senior. My best round was 3 over, and the memories, we just had a great time, did everything together, worked hard.
And I'm Landon Harden, assistant head coach for Coach Neal, and former Yellow Jacket golfer, played for Coach Neal, and from 2002 to 2004, and my most memorable, obviously, winning the region, knocking Alcoa off in the Region 2 at Sevierville Golf Club. Guys, we didn't play our best, but we did what it took to win. And these guys, I couldn't be more proud of them. They represented Kingston well, represented their families awesome, their school. It's kind of neat as we got rolling. You know, we started having students come watch golf matches. I know we're in football country, and you know, playoffs starting this week's big deal, but it's kind of neat to see a lot of the students and fans come out to Lakeside on our home matches and support us. But you know, this team's special. It's my first year coaching in any form. Coach Neal asked me to help. It kind of caught me off guard, and I was excited about it, and I learned a lot this year. So hopefully we continue the tradition that was set back starting in the mid-'90s, and kind of went through a gap where we kind of went down a little bit, and that's our goal, is to bring the program back. And this team's done a good job laying that foundation, so proud of these guys.
Yeah, Coach Harden, if you would, you said this is your first year as a assistant coach, and you played at Kingston. If you would, just talk a little bit about the tradition at Kingston, going back when you played and back into the 90s. I believe Kingston has won a state championship before.
Yeah, Kingston really got started off on a good foot in 1997 when they made it to the state for the first time, and then state runner-up in 98. That 97, 98, especially the 98 team, kind of laid the groundwork for 99 and 2000 when Coach Neal and those guys won back-to-back state championships in 99 and 2000. Missed out on going to the dance in 01, but we went back in 2002, finished third. That's when I was there. And we had 5 trips to the state and 2 championships and 1 runner-up. And then we kind of went through a 17-year drought. To be honest with you, this team is one of our better teams we've had, but we've had some teams that got upset in the region tournaments that should have went to the state, and we just had that as like a curse. We just couldn't get back there, and we had a 17-year drought, and this team was the first one to break that drought and kind of bring back what was going on between 97 and 2002. And it's our 6th region title and our 6th state appearance, and we're happy with how the year, like Coach Neal said, is they finished as high as they could finish, and the seniors should be proud in that they did what the 98 team did, and to get the ball rolling and get the foundation laid for hopefully we can come back in a year from now with a gold trophy, and the next year maybe. So when you win, it makes it easier to get golfers to play golf. What I'm saying is, it's a lot of schools don't have golf teams because golf is it's not like football, baseball, and basketball. It's very individual until you get to middle school, you know. So with this team, what we're seeing is a middle school program at Cherokee has got a lot of kids wanting to play golf because they've made it attractive again. And that's why those teams won. Coach Neal, back in the late 90s, early 2000s, had a lot of good golfers to pick from. And that's what we're trying to create again and get back to that consistently being, well, it's at Willowbrook in Manchester now, consistently being at Willowbrook every year. And we're excited about it.
Landon, question for your seniors. You got 3 of them with you tonight, and if y'all want to pass it around and talk about it, Alcoa historically kind of has been at the top of your all's region. What was it like, you know, kind of going to battle with them for 4 years and really knocking them off this year?
Well, like Coach Neal said, he said they were the team to beat. They stood on top, and we knocked them off in the first match, and we beat them at home. We swept them in the regular season. But I'll let the seniors kind of speak to what that meant, because I was just here this year, and they had to endure finishing behind those guys for so many years in a row. So I'll let them speak to that.
It meant a lot to beat them. We went against them every year in the regional. Never could win, get it done, but this year we got it done. It meant a lot. We put in enough work this year to get it done, and we did it.
I can remember every year playing against Alcoa. You know, the first couple of years I was in the program especially, we really didn't think we had any sort of chance to beat Alcoa. And then you get to year before this one, and you can see Alcoa is starting to have a weakness, and we're starting to see Kingston get stronger. I knew going into the year it was a chance for Kingston Golf to go back to the state. I didn't know if it was going to be the year, to be perfectly honest. But I was hopeful, and I think all of these guys up here can agree we worked hard and did exactly what we had to do to bring home another trophy to Kingston.
You got it. And exactly what Dawson said. My freshman year, sophomore, and junior year, Alcoa went and won regionals, but this year we were able to be the top team and be able to win at regions.
Now, guys, I know your home course is at Lakeside. There's a lot of golf gets played out there aside from y'all. Do y'all get picked up on for SWATs, for big tournaments, I know there's a lot of charity tournaments out there. Is that something y'all enjoy doing?
Yeah, I enjoy it just because of the atmosphere out there, just all the guys supporting us, and us getting competition just outside of our little group here. All the guys out there just compete with us, and I'm really thankful for that because when we go to big tournaments, we just have that kind of mentality of striving to win. It just helps a lot.
So it's good playing against grown men that
Yeah.
you may or may not take money from.
Yeah.
But three of y'all are off to college now. What are some of y'all's college plans? Where are you going to go? What do you plan to major in?
I'm currently a business finance major at Roane State, and I'm planning on going to Tennessee Tech, continuing my education there.
I plan on going to Roane State to major in criminal justice.
I haven't figured out yet, but I think I'm going to go to Tennessee Tech and possibly engineering.
You going to be a lifeguard this summer?
Maybe.
Okay, good. We need you. We need you. So for some of the underclassmen, what kind of shoes do you have to fill? What do you expect for next year? What are some of your goals, and how do you plan on achieving those?
Just hard work, really, this off season. Just getting out there. We have some, really good talent coming up. Will Bacon and Parker Jones, and the girls too. Briley and Kaylee. They're going to be good for our team. I just think this year we're going to strive to do better than we did this year and achieve more.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a stronger team next year than this year, and we're going to have a really good chance of trying to win state again.
Okay, guys. I know in golf you have a 1 through 4, or 1A. Who's number one golfer on the team this year?
That would be Blake Woody right here.
Mr. Woody. And you're a sophomore?
Freshman.
A freshman, okay.
Yes, sir.
So future looks bright for Kingston. Have any of y'all ever made a hole-in-one?
Not in competition, but Dawson has.
My sophomore year, we were playing Harriman in the first match, and I get there, and it was not a good day. I was not having a good day at all. And I step up on the 5th tee, which is a par 4 over a little ravine. And I spent, I think, 3-4 minutes looking for the ball until some of the people in the crowd told me, hey, go look in the hole.
That's pretty cool. Well, guys, on the way out, is there anybody at home? I know you're on the phones trying to tell people where to find the show at. Is there anybody watching at home that you want to say hey to or thank or anything like that?
Yeah, from all of us up here, we'd really like to thank people of Kingston. You've really supported us a whole lot through this. Thank all of Lakeside Golf Course. Made sure we had a place to practice. Made sure we were able to bring home a trophy. That's really big.
Yeah, I'd like to say thank you for my family, and thank you for Coach Neal and Coach Harden for giving us the opportunity and pushing us to become better golfers.
A big thanks to Lakeside for dealing with us, the 5 of us, every day when we were out there practicing. And whenever we'd get done with practice, they'd still let us play. And thanks to everyone who supported us.
Thank you to all the families on this golf team and everyone out at Lakeside, all the people out there supporting us and everything. So I want to say thank you for that.
Yeah, I just want to thank, obviously, first, all our support in town, Lakeside Golf Course for being very hospitable this season, making sure they had a place to practice all year. I also would like to thank the parents of our players for being great this year. Me and Coach Neal, we have a parent meeting before the season every year, and they were great. We're not the easiest to play for. We treat golf just like coaches treat football. They'll be practicing in their own time a lot in the winter, but we work out just like football, baseball, basketball works out. And we just try to set a standard of excellence, and it's not easy sometimes. And I just want to thank our parents of our players that were great, great support, and made it very easy to coach these guys and get them to where they needed to be to win. So.
I just want to thank my mom and dad and just everybody at Lakeside, the guys, just for letting us be around you guys and be good influences on us, and just thank you for letting us strive to be who we are right now. And we just got to keep on working. Just thank you guys.
We probably also want to say thank you to McDonald's for providing nuggets for everybody after all your golf matches, right?
They really like those boneless wings from Zaxby's.
Oh, okay, good.
Their favorite place to eat those Buffalo Wild Wings. Everywhere we go, can we go to Buffalo Wild Wings?
Yep.
Well, Coach Neal, you got a promising group, and the future looks bright for Roane County Golf. Again, I want to thank y'all for coming on tonight and wish you luck in your upcoming seasons. We're going to take our first break of the night. The phone lines are open, 865-483-8112. This is the Locker Room Chat, and we'll be right back.
At Earl Duff Subaru, our reputation has been built on taking care of customers. We're Tennessee's only 8-time winner of the Subaru Love Promise Customer Commitment Award. This year, we also earned the Love Promise Community Commitment Award given for enhancing the areas we serve. This means you can be sure you'll have an excellent experience when you visit our store and be proud you're dealing with a company that gives back to local causes. Read our online reviews and come to Earl Duff Subaru in Harriman.
Take I-40 to exit 347 in Harriman, or check all our specials at duffsubaru.com.
Roane Metals Group has been serving East Tennessee for decades. Locally owned and operated with convenient hours of operation. Roane Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing's too big or too small. Still have that clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Roane Metals Group are specialists in industrial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Roane Metals urges you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. A member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Roane Metals Group. Turn that scrap into cash.
Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood is the premier pharmacy service location. Let our professional staff help with all your pharmacy needs, answer your questions, or help with your medication management with our Medicine on Time packaging system. We also offer medication therapy management to ensure you're receiving maximum benefits from your medication. Diabetes care is available with one-on-one consultations, or you can attend one of our monthly diabetes information classes. Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood.
Really? Again? Hey, if I had automotive style suspension like the new Simplicity, plus a free floating mower deck for the best cut, I'd be all that too.
Well,
And if I had the expertise and advice of his Simplicity dealer, maybe he'd look forward to hanging out with me.
you don't have a Simplicity dealership.
Good point. Huh.
Yeah.
S.L. Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
For 30 years, Reno Sporting Goods has been a leader in supplying the highest quality equipment and apparel for sports teams throughout East Tennessee. Athletes, fans, and coaches alike rely on the knowledge and experience that only Reno's can provide. For the best in team sports, shop Reno Sporting Goods.
Do you want more phone calls? If no, listen up. Want someone local you can work with as opposed to some stranger calling you? October 1 starts Medicare season. November 1 starts healthcare season. David Vidragovich, me, I am a local agent and I am here to help. You call me, you only deal with me. Call, text 865-806-5837. Again, 865-806-5837.
For 3 generations, Jerry Duncan Ford and Duncan Family Automotive Group have earned a reputation of dependability, honesty, and character. We're proud of our Harriman roots and are grateful to serve the growing community of East Tennessee. Just a short drive from West Knoxville, we invite you to experience the difference today. Welcome to the family.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Chat. I'm Chase Clem, and we're joined by another group of champions. It's the Night of Champions. We just deemed it the Night of Champions tonight. Coalfield Middle School, champions of the single A middle school sectional. Correct, Coach?
Yes, sir.
Coach, if you don't care, introduce yourself, because I forgot to get your name before we came back on, so that's my fault.
I'm Sean Basler.
Coach Basler. Coach, thanks for joining us tonight. Talk a little bit about your season and the success you all were able to have.
Well, we had made the championship game several years in a row, and fell short last year, and had a group coming up of 4 or 5 kids that really took it to heart, and we set a goal that we were going to get back where we belonged, and we worked hard and had a great year, went undefeated. Really didn't have a whole lot of drama in many of our games. Had a really good group of 8th graders and 7th graders, and then had some 6th graders come in and play a lot of football for us.
Now, are you 8th grade heavy?
Well, we ended up with 9 8th graders, but all but 4 of them, this was their first year playing. So we lost a lot, but it wasn't kids that we had developed a lot with. We get most of our receivers and skill guys back. We lose a good portion of our line. We've got a couple linemen coming back, but got our quarterback back. And but as far as statistics, yeah, we lost quite a bit. Scoring, tackling, rushing. Those kids are going to be moving up to our high school program.
Hey, Coach Basler, I believe this is your 13th year, correct?
Yes, sir.
So I was looking up some of y'all's team history, and I think you had a run like 9 years in a row playing for the Area 2 championship.
Yes, sir.
And won your 6th title the other night against Birchfield.
Yes.
And, but that's I know now why Coalfield has been so successful over the years with the middle school program, with you coaching, and I guess you were the head coach of the middle school when Coach Chris was head coach at Coalfield.
Yes, sir.
Right.
We've been blessed with good players. That helps a lot, and they're coachable kids. They do what you ask. We don't have to deal with a lot of issues as far as discipline and things like that. And we get a lot of support from our high school. They want to see us succeed. They know that what we do is going to help them in the long run. They don't try to hinder us in any way. We're just very fortunate.
That's just great to see that consistency, you have being there at the middle school and bringing those kids up now for Coach Henry.
Now, Coach, you're K through 12, Coalfield is, correct?
Yes, sir.
So do you all try to model your program after the high school and kind of get them ready for high school, or do y'all do some of your own things and maybe try to incorporate a little bit of what they do?
It's kind of a mixture. We try to use some of the terminology and and run some of the stuff. But when they've got Parker McKinney and we don't, it's hard.
It's a bit of a difference.
It's hard to emulate exactly what they do. We do what we need to do to win at our level, but we also want to develop for their level. So we try to do as much as we possibly can that eases that transition from Little League ball to high school ball. But we they don't dictate you're going to run this offense or this defense and you're going to call it this way. They don't do that to us. It's a little bit of everything.
Coach, you've been at Coalfield for over a decade. That stability with yourself being there and your coaching staff being there, that also has got to set you all up for success as well.
It helps. I've had the same group of guys helping me. Coach Ted McKinney, he moved up when Parker went into high school and coached up there. But he would always come by anything we needed help and help us plan for our games. But he's moved back down with us, and that's a big help because he and I, we feed off each other and we think a lot alike. Don't have to question each other a whole lot. And then some of our younger guys played for us and now are helping us, and that's a big help. We can tell a kid this is how you do it, but they can go and show them while it's fresh in their minds, and that's a big plus for us.
Yeah, I believe Coach Zach Stewart coaching with you now.
Yes.
One of your former players.
Yeah, Zach's doing a really good job. He ran our defense this year, and I think most games we didn't give up a first down until late in the game. So.
Yeah, Coach, it looked like not only was your offense high-powered, but your defense didn't allow many points either. It looked like your closest game was your championship game.
Yeah, we were fortunate to get ahead of a lot of people. Everybody got to play quite a bit most of the year, and that helps a lot. That helps us build for our future.
Well, Coach, we're joined by some of your players tonight. Let's take a look at them, guys, if you want to. Just introduce yourself, tell us what grade you're in, and what position you play.
I'm Luke Treese. I'm in 7th grade, and I'm the quarterback.
I'm Alex Farr, and I'm in the 8th grade, and I'm the defensive end.
Colton Henry in 8th grade, and I'm the running back.
I'm Kevin Cooper, and I play defense of tackle, defensive end, something like that.
I'm Grant Kirkham. I'm in 6th grade. I play tight end, lineman.
And we've got an 8th grader up there, so how do you feel about, you've played your last game in middle school, you're going to high school. Are you nervous? Are you looking forward to it? You'll probably start working out soon for football because football's pretty much year-round. What are your thoughts about that?
Yes, sir, but I'm a little nervous because my dad's the head coach up there, but I think I'll be all right.
So
I think
he'll set the bar pretty high for you?
Yes, sir, but I think I can get there. A lot of working.
Hey, Colton, I was looking at some of your stats this year. You had over 700 yards rushing, over 300 yards receiving. I think you scored a total of 22 touchdowns. Led the team in tackles with 73. Let's talk about your season this year, and that's quite the season. And I know your dad's looking forward to you coming up and playing for him.
Yes, sir, but all my rushing yards are really credited to my linemen right here for giving me the holes, to run through and everything. They make it happen up front, and I just do the lot work. And defensively, my linemen, again, always getting penetration, taking 2 to 3 guys to block them, and we're just cleaning up the show. And really, I just want to thank God for all my abilities to be able to go out there and perform the way I do.
You got the coach speak down.
Right.
That is good. Everybody credit but yourself. That's good. That's good.
Thank you.
He also had about 300 yards passing this year on halfback passes and things like that.
I could throw a football all day and not throw 300 yards. My arm probably give out. So, guys, if you want to pass it down, like we said, a lot of y'all's wins were pretty lopsided. Was it hard to keep focused during games? Was it hard to stay focused at practice? How'd your coaches keep y'all motivated throughout the season?
Just keeping us humble and telling us we can get better and just stuff like that.
They really pushed us through the season to help us stay on track.
Kirkham, come on, brother. You're good. So, football's over. Do y'all play any other sports? I know basketball's in season. A lot of middle school kids and high school kids played their last middle school game, I think, this past Saturday, or football season ended, and then middle school started that next Monday. Is that the case for some of you all?
Yes, sir. We had a basketball game Monday and Tuesday, and we play tomorrow night. We've only had one practice, and that was Sunday.
Who you play tomorrow night?
Midway, at Midway.
They're going down.
Yes, sir.
Is anybody else a basketball player? What position you play in basketball?
I can play anywhere from point guard down to power forward.
And y'all are pretty solid at basketball too, I'm assuming.
Yes,
Hey, Luke, I know you're the quarterback. I looked up some of your stats at over 700 yards passing, 11 touchdowns, and only 1 interception. So, very good season for you. And also, here you play baseball. Here you're quite the baseball player.
Yes, sir.
I know Coach Lau is looking forward to you coming up. But I know you may know Peyton Tinker.
Yes,
Used
sir.
to play for Coalfield. He was telling me about you, that you was a really good baseball player. So
Yes, sir.
that's great. Three sport.
Well, guys, y'all have been playing football. Some of y'all 8th grade, some of y'all underclassmen. What are some of your favorite memories about playing middle school football at Coalfield? And as you go into the off season, what's something you'd like to improve on?
Probably my favorite memory was like winning state championship, but probably all the bus rides on my buddies and stuff on the way home into the games, getting locked in for it and everything. And going into high school, I think I can improve on, I can always work harder in the weight room and footwork, and always trying to get faster and stronger. I think would really help me.
Probably my favorite memory was winning state, and what I can work harder on is just try to work on my footwork and my hands and stuff like that.
My favorite memory was winning state. I think I can get better on is my field general part of my game.
My favorite memory was winning state, and I just need to get faster and stronger.
My favorite memory is winning state, and I think I need to get stronger, faster, and get my head in the game more.
Well, it sounds like y'all have got set the bar high, and you've got a lot to improve on. What's the day like in middle school at Coalfield? What are some of the classes y'all are taking? What's your favorite class? And this is probably a good time to give a good shout out to all these supportive parents that are here taking pictures and posting on Facebook.
A day like in middle school, kind of just joking and cutting up, but we still get our heads right and, stay focused and respectful to our teachers all the time. And always be nice to them because school comes first, And I just want to shout out to my Nana watching on her iPad right now, and my dad for always pushing me hard to the limits and everything. And I just want to thank all my family and everybody that's out there, all of our fans and everything too.
I know Coalfield's a K through 12 school, so you're there with the high school players, and you get to interact with them any, like Peyton McKinney, quarterback at Coalfield now, you get to interact with him a little bit during the school day?
Yes, sir.
That's good that y'all all together. Not many schools are like that. anymore, so that's great. They can give y'all a lot of advice.
All right, before we cut out, has anybody else got shout outs? Anybody want to thank anybody for coming to the games? Or maybe a girlfriend?
I just want to thank my family and God.
I'd like to thank my family and God, and
I'd like to thank my family, God, everybody that comes to the games to watch us, and whoever else comes to the game and shows us on.
I just want to thank my family and everyone else that's been there to support us.
Give him the microphone. He's dying for it.
I just want to thank my dad for helping me in my little football league, and
Good deal. Coach Bazzer, you got an awesome group of kids. Want to thank you all for coming out tonight. Guys, good luck as you go on into 7th and 8th grade and into high school. A lot of things will change in football, get faster, it'll get quicker, but y'all be prepared for it. You got a good staff that'll have you all ready to play. So, Coach, congratulations on an undefeated championship season, and good luck next year. Good luck in the off season.
Appreciate it.
We're going to take our second break of the evening. We'll get into some college football, basketball. Our phone lines are open, 865-483-8112. Give us a call. Tell us what you think. This is the Locker Room Chat, and we'll be right back.
We treat you like family at RMG. Bring your junk, cars, aluminum cans. We'll buy it on the spot and we'll pay you a lot. We treat you like family at RMG. Yeah, we treat you like family at RMG. We treat you like family.
Rome Metals is located just off of Highway 27 between Harriman and Rockwood.
For 3 generations, Jerry Duncan Ford and Duncan Family Automotive Group have earned a reputation of dependability, honesty, and character. We're proud of our Harriman roots and are grateful to serve the growing community of East Tennessee. Just a short drive from West Knoxville, we invite you to experience the difference today. Welcome to the family.
I am a Simplicity dealer. This business is my life, my career. If you need a new mower, I'll help you choose the model that will make your property look its very best, and even let you take a test drive. When it does need service, you can rely on my factory service training and genuine parts. Because I don't just sell products, I build relationships. I am a Simplicity dealer.
S.L. Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
Reno Sporting Goods, your first choice for sports equipment. On the court, on the field, or in the stands, Reno's has the brand names you want. All the latest from Adidas, Under Armour, and more. From custom embroidery to screen printing, it's all about the game. For over 30 years, Reno Sporting Goods.
At Earl F. Subaru, our reputation has been built on taking care of customers. We're Tennessee's only 8-time winner of the Subaru Love Promise Customer Commitment Award. This year, we also earned the Love Promise Community Commitment Award given for enhancing the areas we serve. This means you can be sure you'll have an excellent experience when you visit our store and be proud you're dealing with a company that gives back to local causes. Read our online reviews, then come to Earl F. Subaru in Harriman.
Take I-40 to exit 347 in Harriman, or check all our specials at duffsubaru.com.
Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood is the premier pharmacy service location. Let our professional staff help with all your pharmacy needs, answer your questions, or help with your medication management with our Medicine on Time packaging system. We also offer medication therapy management to ensure you're receiving maximum benefits from your medication. Diabetes care is available with one-on-one consultations, or you can attend one of our monthly diabetes information classes. Live and Let Live Drugstore in downtown Rockwood.
According to the internet, 40% of the people do not answer the phone if they do not know the number. My job is to answer your call and help you get the right Medicare or health care plan. I'm David Vudragovich, licensed agent since 2007. Avoid avoiding phone calls and just call or text 865-806-5837. Again, 865-806-5837.
Reno Sporting Goods, your first choice for sports equipment. On the court, on the field, or in the stands, Reno's has the brand names you want. All the latest from Adidas, Under Armour, and more. From custom embroidery to screen printing, it's all about the game. For over 30 years, Reno Sporting Goods.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Chat. Our phone lines are open, 865-483-8112. Want to again thank the Rome County High School golf team, Coalfield Middle School football team for coming out tonight. They had good seasons. They had great seasons.
Right, that's just awesome to have them on, and just, you know, the golf, you know, different sport besides football. I know we talk a lot of football, but there's a lot of other sports going on out there. So it's good to recognize all the kids, especially when they've had a successful season.
And again, if you're watching at home and you missed some of it, check out the Facebook page, BBB Communications, and tonight's episode will be on there, as it is every Wednesday live, and you can always go back and play it back if you missed something. So, Sleepy, a lot going on. High school playoff football's here. What do you think?
Yeah, the state high school playoffs, starts Friday night, and it's the first round, so we got a lot of key games in the area for our teams in our coverage zone. So also some big games last week as well. So just a lot going on.
A lot going on. We've got our final polls before the playoffs. So if we want to run down there, we'll start at the top or bottom, whichever Dylan wants. Let's go with Class 6A, your final poll before the playoffs. A lot of what we expected: Oakland, Maryville, Ravenwood, Whitehaven, just a lot of familiar names. Oakland and Maryville probably going to be your two powerhouses in that division. Look for them both to go a long way in the playoffs.
Also, Bradley Central, they're traveling to Farragut in a big playoff game, first round. That'll be one of the games we picked later on. They actually played the first week of the season. And so that's a key game. Also, McMinn County's had an excellent season. Started out undefeated till they ran into Maryville, and they're hosting Bearden. So that'll be a good game right there as well.
Let's check out 5A. Beach and Powell. Powell finished the regular season undefeated. You see a lot of 9-1 teams. Knox Central, South Dual, Knox West. Look for Powell to make a deep run in the playoffs. Hopefully, at least I'm pulling for them to bring home a state championship.
Right, they'll probably end up running into West in that quarterfinal. So, that was a great first game they had. Powell won right at the end, holding off West. But you look down there at Central, they had won, I think, 21 straight games, and now they've lost their last two. So South Doyle put a whooping on them, and they have a key game at home against Davy Crockett in the first round.
All right, let's go to 4A. We've got Elizabethton, Haywood County, Anderson County, finished the season out 9-1. Greenville, Livingston Academy undefeated, but only ranked 6th, so they'll probably have a chip on their shoulder coming in to the playoffs. But look for those top two teams to, make a deep run. A lot of good teams in 4A.
Yes, Elizabethton, number 1, they defeated Greenville a few weeks ago. I think it was a game they rallied. They were down 21-0, came back to beat Greenville. So, that throws them into the number 2 slot in their region, and it's looking like an Anderson County-Greenville matchup in round 2. That game will be at Anderson County. Anderson County has Granger this weekend, so they don't want to overlook them. I know the the Grizzlies gave them a really good game there a couple years ago when Anderson County had that outstanding team. So you can't overlook anybody in the playoffs.
Let's take a look at 3A. And again, at the top is Alcoa, and at the top is probably where they'll stay. Loudon's undefeated. You got Gatlinburg-Pittman coming in at 8-2, and all roads lead to Alcoa, and I think they'll make a deep run into the playoffs.
Right, Loudon is a team to really watch out for. They went to Red Bank last week, beat them 28-7. Red Bank was undefeated, and the Loudon Redskins, they're picking up one first place vote there. Probably end up maybe beating Alcoa, like you say. So that'll be a good game down the road.
Let's look at 2A. Meigs County comes in ranked at number 3. Peabody and Trousdale 1 and 2. I know the Meigs County Tigers. They were ranked 1 in the state a few years ago, and Rock was able to knock them off. But I know that they'll come prepared. I know Meigs County seems to reload, so I'm sure they're looking forward to a big playoff run.
Right, they've advanced around each year since the coach has been there.
Heck of a coach there too.
Right, and they got their eyes set on going to Cookeville, but looking down the road, Rockwood, a possible opponent for them in round 2, I believe. Your Rockwood Tigers taking on South Green, and they're sitting there 9-1. So is South Green for real?
It's going to be a tough matchup Friday night for the Tigers. And let's wrap it up with 1A. We'll get our first call of the night. And all these names are familiar, Sleepy. We see them every week. Coalfield, Oliver Springs, Greenback, South Pitt. You're going to see a fight between Oliver Springs and Coalfield, but I think in the end they're probably going to run into a Greenback or to a South Pitt, Monterey, and a lot of good teams at the top heavy of Class 1A.
Right, and you look at number 8, Fayetteville. They came down. They lost their appeal. They had a player that was in question as far as his eligibility. It was denied. So
was that yesterday?
You're right. I think that came down yesterday. So they're out of the playoffs. They had to forfeit, I guess, 6 games. So that'll be a chance for another school to.
There's teams with worse records in the playoffs than what they had to forfeit.
Right, and there's Middle College on there. I've never heard of Middle College, so I don't.
I think that's what you do at Rome State.
Right. So maybe
well, let's take our first caller of the night, and we'll look at some playoff scenarios. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Hey, fellers.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Just calling in to talk a little football with you.
Are you talking high school? Are we talking college, NFL?
I'm talking high school. I'm going to give you my prediction of the week. You can write this one down.
Is this in stone?
Let me get my pen out.
Put it in stone.
What you got?
With the return of the Stevenson kid, I'm picking Oliver Springs to win the state championship.
Oliver Springs to the state title. That's
all the way.
That's a pretty gutsy call, Cotton.
Well, they don't call me the guru for no reason.
I don't know who calls you the guru.
Did y'all watch the UT basketball game last night?
I heard it was a barn burner.
Yeah, I watched a little bit.
Our 5-star freshman couldn't start at Greenback.
I heard they had to take Deacon Barnes back to the home after halfway through the game.
It wasn't pretty. I think we're going to be in for a long season.
Yeah, Coach Barnes wasn't happy at halftime. Too many turnovers, but I thought they played better in the second half. They got the lead up to 25, but it's, we've been spoiled the last couple of years. We was ranked number 1 for about a month last year in the country. So, you look out there last night and, it's
bunch of new faces.
Right. It's going to be an exciting year, and Tennessee's heavy on guard play, so a lot of times you see a lot of teams make deep runs with good guard plays. So, but you mentioned a 5-star kid, Josiah James. He had 2 points. He just needs to get acclimated a little bit. I believe he's coming off a hip injury, so he'll only get better.
Let him play. He just needs to play.
Now, I know you follow men's basketball, but you really like Coach Harper and the Lady Vols, and they opened their season up the other night as well.
They looked good last night, I thought. I caught it on replay this morning. I thought they looked pretty good for a first game under a new coach.
Well, I think so, too. What do you think about Coach Pruitt? He's got a chance to win out this week. Cornbread?
I think he can do it.
Well, what do you think about the Vols? Jawan Jennings, he's okay as a player, isn't he?
He's a dog. Who would y'all start at quarterback this week for the Vols?
I'm probably going to go back to Jarrett Garantano.
I hope Mauer's back. Hope he can go.
That would be my vote, too. I think he's just that big play ability would get us over the top.
You used to throw the pigskin around a little bit at QB, didn't you?
Well, I could throw it over a mountain.
That's what I heard.
Do you know who y'all picking in the big Rockwood game tomorrow?
I'm going with Rockwood. I'll go ahead and give you that one for free. We're going to get to the picks here in a little bit.
All right, I'll be listening for them.
Hey, they've got a heck of a coach in Coach Webb, don't they?
Him and Coach Allen, two of the finest around.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for calling. We appreciate it.
Hey, y'all have a good evening.
See you, fellers.
Is that Cotton?
I don't know who that was. Sleepy, real quick, let's pull up some playoff scenarios, and we'll see who all these first-round matchups are at. We can start at 6 or 1. Class 1A playoffs, Harriman's at Cloudland. Jellicoe travels to Oliver Springs. Hancock County travels to Coalfield, and Unaka travels to Greenback. That's going to be a clean sweep, Sleepy. I think that one of the tougher matchups for Oliver Springs, Coalfield, Greenback. Harriman's going to be in a dogfight.
Yeah, that Harriman game's interesting. Clallan at 5-5. You normally see them at 9-1 or 10-0, but they seem to be a little down. So this is a chance for Harriman to go to Roan Mountain and get an upset win.
Let's check out 2A. Hampton, Cumberland Gap. Hampton ought to win that game. Cumberland Gap has a good coaching staff. I got to talk to him some throughout the year. They're just not there. Oneida, they're probably gonna roll Sullivan North. Rockwood, you said you see South Green at 9-1. They could be in a dog fight. I'm gonna pick them to win, and Meigs County will probably have a running clock against Happy Valley.
Right, I'd say South Green and Rockwood is the key game right there that could go either way.
All right, let's look at 3A. Kingston travels to Chucky Doak. They're both 6-4. Football out that way just isn't quite the same, I don't think, in our, I guess you would say, neck of the woods. So I think the Jackets have got a good chance to win, even though they're the 4 playing a 1. Austin East is going to handle Johnson County. Gatlinburg-Pittman is going to take care of Unicoi County. And again, you have the running clock, Alcoa West Green.
Right, football here in East Tennessee seems to be a little bit stronger than the upper Tennessee schools traditionally.
Let's check out 4A.
4A, we got Elizabethton taking on East Ridge. That's a big game right there. East Ridge, number 4 in their region, but they're 6-4 overall, so that could be a possible upset right there. Solomon South, 5-5, traveling to East Hamilton, 7-3. Then you have Greenville taking on the Howard Hustling Tigers, and Granger traveling to Anderson County.
So a lot of chalk on the first round of the 4A for the most part. Let's move on to 5A. Lenore City, Powell win that game. Fulton then going to Ray County. Ray County should win that game. Knox West, you've got chalk in your 5A brackets as well, except for that Oak Ridge Saudi Daisy game, and that could be interesting.
Right, that game there, that'll be an interesting game. I know the Clinton Dragons traveled to Saudi Daisy last year, and Saudi handled them pretty well, but Oak Ridge coming off that loss to Fulton, sort of a surprise. So that game there could go either way, and also Fulton at Ray County Fulton may, give Ray County a tough test.
They very well could. Let's wrap it up with 6A.
That's the upper 5A.
Oh,
bracket.
let's look at the other 5A then. I stand corrected. Tennessee at Gibbs, Central at Davy Crockett, Daniel Boone, Knox Halls, Cherokee, and South Doyle. So you're going to go probably Tennessee, Davy Crockett, Central. You're going to go with Central, Sleepy?
I'll have to let you know here in a little bit. Can't give away
Okay,
anything.
Sleepy's going to...
Matt might be listening.
He's in Florida. I don't know if they've even got good reception down there.
Right, he's getting ready for Vanderbilt.
All righty, and then now we can finish off with 6A. Dobbins Bennett, William Blunt. Dobbins Bennett should take that one handily. McMinn County 9-1. Great season for them, the real McMinn County Cherokees. Farragut Bradley Central, I never know, that could be a toss-up. And Maryville get a running clock at hosting Science Hill.
Right, those two middle games right there, Beard and McMinn County and Farragut Bradley Central, should be worth the price of admission.
$8, by the way.
Yep, going up $1.
All right, Sleeper, you got some picks for us tonight. You want to run down those? And
yeah,
I tried to catch up on you a little bit last week and couldn't, but I think I did okay.
Right, I think you gained a little ground last week. I don't know, we ended up tied. I think Matt gained the game, but
he's so far behind though. What the heck?
Right, we're cleaning the slate on the season. We're going to keep the running total on the our overall record, but playoffs we're going to start from scratch. So
all right. New season.
Our first game is Harriman at Cloudland. Blue Devils traveling to Rome Mountain. We talked about that a little earlier. I'll go with the Blue Devils. I don't think Cloudland is the level that they normally are.
If Harriman shows up ready to play, I'm going to go with the Blue Devils as well.
Hopefully the quarterback is okay, Bradley Frost.
Mm-hmm.
Coalfield at Hancock County. Hancock County is 3-7. Coalfield 7-3. I'll take the Yellow Jackets.
I'll take the Yellow Jackets too. I don't think there's much to say about that game.
Snapped their 3-game losing streak. Jellicoe Blue Devils traveling to Oliver Springs. Who you got, Matt?
Running clock, the Bobcats.
The Bobcats, I'll take the Bobcats as well. Your Rockwood Tigers, 5-5, won 3 in a row at South Green, 9-1. Who you got?
Like we said earlier, 9-1 in that part of our state, I don't think is a true 9-1 here. And I know Coach Webb, they're used to going that way for playoffs, so I'm going to go with the Tigers.
I'll as well go with Rockwood. They play in a tough region, Region 2A, so I'll go with Rockwood. Kingston's traveling to the Black Hole to play Chucky Doak. Both teams 6-4. I'll go with your Yellow Jackets.
I was at practice today. Coach Panky's going to have his guys ready. They're having their pregame meal tomorrow, and then they're going to take off to Chucky Doak on Friday. Give me the Yellow Jackets.
Granger County and Anderson County. I'll take the Mavericks.
I'll take the Mavericks as well.
Mavericks go 10-1. Probably setting up another rematch with Greenville. Can't wait for that. Oak Ridge at Soddy Daisy. Who you got?
Give me the Wildcats.
Yeah, Soddy Davies been up and down this year. I'll go with Oak Ridge to go down there and get a win. Halls at Daniel Boone. That's an interesting game. Daniel Boone is closed strong, but I'll go with Scott Cummings and the Halls Red Devils.
Give me the Red Devils as well.
Davy Crockett's lost 3 in a row. Traveling to Central, it's lost 2 in a row. I'll go with the home team, Central Bobcats.
I'm going to pick the Bobcats for the second time tonight.
And Bradley Central at Farragut, as I mentioned, they played the first game of the season. Farragut won. This time I think Bradley Central goes into West Knox County and gets a win.
And I'm going to take Bradley Central as well, Sleepy. I think that's a good pick. And that wraps it up tonight for the Locker Room Chat. Thank you all for joining us. We'll be back on next week. Thank Coalfield Middle School, Rome County High School as well. This has been the Locker Room. Thank you all.